Yes, good morning. Welcome to another daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Monday, the 16th of October, 2023, the year of BSV. Buy BSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online, the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's fly through this show today. There is never a dull moment in crypto. We'll try and keep these shows under sort of 15 minutes, preferably just a little bit over 10. You know, don't want to take up too much time of people's days, but let's just fly through all these articles. And literally, the entire crypto sphere at the moment is full of stories on this guy, Sam Bankman-Fraud. Honestly, who cares? Why do I get the feeling that they're doing what mainstream media does and just simply distracting people away from the most important case that is coming up on the 15th of January 2024, which is Copa versus Craig Wright, the creator and inventor of Bitcoin, trying to steal his blockchain intellectual property rights off him. It's absolutely outrageous. But no, we won't cover that. What we'll do is we'll just cover this scammer. Like, as if there aren't enough scammers in the space already, the entire crypto sphere is a scam because data can only be commoditized one way. Therefore, there will be only one digital commodity, which means absolutely every single shitcoin token that exists is a security offering. It's economically worthless. It doesn't represent anything. It is a complete scam. Oh, Sam Bankman-Fried turned out to be a scammer. No, really? Oh, I couldn't have seen that one coming a mile away. Good grief. I mean, this is absolutely insane. And check this out. Article by Cointelegraph. Sam Bankman-Fried needs more Adderall to focus during trial, says lawyer. Who cares? Who honestly gives an absolute toss? Who gives a monkeys? It's just absolutely insanity. But it just goes on and on and on. I mean, we've seen it over and over. Here's another one. Caroline Ellison speaks on FTX Binance war. SEC won't appeal Grayscale's BTF. Grayscale's a BTC ETF. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Let's go back to that one again. Oh, come on. Was it Caroline Ellison? You know, where was it? Cointelegraph. Caroline Ellison, that's the one. Caroline Ellison speaks on FTX Binance war. SEC won't appeal Grayscale BTC ETF. Hodler's Digest, October 8th to 14th. Like, honestly. Top stories this week. Caroline Ellison wanted to step down but feared a bank run on FTX. Well, FTX, I mean, it was a derivatives exchange. And the FTX token was worth absolutely naff all. You know, Sam Bankman-Fried blamed Binance for balance sheet leak to media, court evidence. It is such a load of absolute bollocks. Honestly, it's shocking. Yeah, here's another one. Watcher Guru reporting on Bitcoin Grayscale's GBTC discount falls to 15%, a 2-year low. Again, I mean, just an ETF is just absolutely ridiculous. So you're giving them your fiat, and they're buying Bitcoin with it. So if it goes up in value, and then you cash out your share in it, you're liable for capital. You trigger a capital gains tax liability. But again, you're indirectly buying it, but you're not holding it, you're not owning it. So therefore, you can't use it, you can't spend it. It's just absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. Another one, Bitcoin.com news. New document exposes the turbulent downfall of FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. Who cares? Who cares? People lost a lot of money in this scam. But, I mean, if there's one person in the space shouting from the rooftops telling you what Bitcoin is and what they've done to it, is anybody listening? No. Whose fault is that? That's what I would say that's the question I would ask. Another one, fully crypto. This week in crypto, or N-Chain, or at least a little bit of variety here. Ripple, and Sam Bankman-Fried, there he is again, poster boy. Yeah, oh my goodness me. What have we got on CoinDesk go again? The FTX bankruptcy estate stakes 150 million SOL and ETH, and Sam Bankman-Fried's trial continues. Just on and on and on. Absolute crap. Let's see what they got on this one. Oh, this is something different here for a change. Decoding the fake Toshi, the crucial role of digital signatures in Bitcoin. Could this be interesting? But again, I mean, they're just going on about fake Toshis and stuff like this. I can't really be bothered reading it. But there was this little bit here that sounded quite interesting. So the Satoshi Nakamoto principles. Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin, which is Craig Wright, emphasized the importance of minimizing reliance on trusted third parties. Surprise, surprise. In the cryptocurrency ecosystem, these third parties in the context of Bitcoin represent potential security vulnerabilities. Therefore, any claim of a Bitcoin transaction or message being signed without providing a digital signature and the accompanying plain text directly contradicts the principles laid down by the real Satoshi Nakamoto. And then they've just got a picture of a signature here and a hash from the 16th of November 2018. Not sure what that implies, but anyway, there's a story here about Gavin. So it said, let's consider the example of Gavin Andresen, one of the initial Bitcoin developers who actually founded the Bitcoin Foundation, and was one of the people who spoke to Satoshi Nakamoto, as in Craig, directly. He reportedly travelled to London to witness a signing ceremony, allegedly as proof of someone's claim. Look, they don't even want to mention Craig Wright. They're just referring to him as someone's claim. That's outrageous. To be Satoshi Nakamoto had a verifiable digital signature along with the corresponding plaintext message being provided. Andresen would not have had to take such drastic measures. Moreover, even witnessing the signing process in person could not ensure the integrity of the verification. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Just want to drive that home. Software downloaded to generate the signature could be manipulated. Really, we're a little bit tricky though. Backdoor software can produce validation messages that seem genuine but are actually deceptive. Well, this was again on a new computer, randomly selected from a shop that was still in its package. How are you going to do that? What are the chances? Even if one insists on software being downloaded from a specific domain, vulnerabilities like rerouting attacks from a fraudulent Wi-Fi hotspot can compromise the process. It's basic computer science, and it's perplexing to think that someone can claim to be Satoshi would ignore such fundamental flaws. Well, all he's doing is doing the signing without showing the private keys. You'd be absolutely insane to show somebody your private keys, because they'd probably just nick your Bitcoin, then you have to go through all the rigmarole of getting it back. He's signed using the private keys. He has got those keys. There's more chance of him actually having those keys and doing the signing than managing to pull off this elaborate fraud. It's absolutely ridiculous when you understand what's going on. Simon Dixon is on about this as well, like, Celsius in court declaration under oath, like, really, honestly, like, who cares? It just never stops. Where is he? Let's find him. Simon Dixon. There's more stuff on his site about Celsius bailing out banks. Where's he on there? Here we go. SBF apologised. Will Malinsky, for being another scammer. I doubt it. He said he would. Still waiting. A scammer said he would apologise, would he? And hasn't. I wonder why. Honestly, ridiculous. This is a great article here from Uniswap saying Uniswap featured in the Washington Post. We're collecting information on every actor in the supply chain, and by scanning a QR code, you can trace back all the information, said Uniswap co-founder Stefan Nelson. Read more. That actually comes under Washington Post. Can't read the article because I'm not subscribed to it. But in the future, what you will be able to do is, instead of actually having to subscribe to something, you can literally pay a micropayment and read it, rather than actually having to subscribe and then subscribe to all these other publications. They'll be competing with one another for the information that they produce, so that you'll spend Bitcoin reading it. Literally a micropayment, or even if it's 1 or 2p, I still wouldn't mind spending that. But this is ridiculous. Actually having to subscribe. There's something else I want to bring up as well. Yes, so just going back to Craig Wright's court case. So I found this on the Ministry of Justice website, and what's interesting is there we go, in blue. So they're talking about supplying of documents from court records, and so they've got one, the Central Office of the King's Bench Division, 2 Chancery Chambers, that's dealing with 2 either living men and women, and then look here, they have lumped Admiralty and Commercial Court Registry together, because commerce can only be conducted by corporations, and corporations are corpse entities that comes under Admiralty law. So literally, when he is in the legal system is itself unlawful. The legal system has been purely set up to protect the interests of the City of London and the central banking system that is the Rothschilds' central bank. That is literally it. And the reason I want to bring this up is because I found this. Check this out. So this was the Crown Agents Bill, dated 1994-95. And it says here, in blue, so it just gives you a brief summary of the document. In short, the bill provides for the transfer of the Crown Agent's business to a successor company. So it's going to a company, which is a corporation, under the Companies Act. So if it's under the Companies Act, it is a corporation, and that is extremely significant. I'll go through that in just a second. Wholly owned by the Crown, and therefore in the public sector. There's more stuff. Actually, yeah. Tell you what, I'll actually... I'll read what I found here. So, with the blurb that I've just read there, the bill also gives the Secretary of State, with the consent of the Treasury, the power to dispose of the successor company to a new owner, essentially privatising the business. So you cannot privatise the government. This is a corporation, and they've also said in the article, the government will reconstitute Crown Agents as a company under the Companies Act and transfer full ownership of that company to the foundation. Under these arrangements, Crown Agents would continue their business activities on a fully commercial basis. So they are now no longer Crown Agents because the government doesn't exist. There are no Crown Agents, meaning there are no judges who are Crown Agents either. They are all acting under corporate. And when they're acting under corporate, well, what does that mean? Well, let's just have a look at Statutes of Monopolies 1623. Now, this is written in Old English, so I'll have a go at reading it. But really, it just goes on about all monopolies, commissions, grants, licenses, charters, etc., guaranteed to any persons or political bodies or corporations whatsoever, or using anything within the realm or dominion of Wales, or of any other monopolies, or of power, liberty, or facilitate to dispense and any others, are altogether contrary to the laws of this realm, and shall be utterly void and of non-effect, in no wise to be put in or execution. They're literally no persons or political bodies or corporations have any authority whatsoever. Everything that they do is void and of non-effect. So this is what Craig is stepping into, which is kind of worrying, really. So let's just have a look at see what's coming up next. We are now 16th of October, so the next big event was the 23rd of October, where Dr. Wright must provide response to all other requests in the request for information, which I've ordered to be answered above. COPA, the Crypto Open Patent Alliance, and Dr. Wright to exchange expert reports in the field of digital currency technology, and Dr. Wright to serve his expert report in the field of forensic document analysis. My goodness me. Well, I went over my... I did a show the other day just explaining the difference between legal and lawful, and man and woman, and basically how the legal system is set up to ensure that living men and women cannot speak, that they are not heard because they are fictitious entities. He has to assert himself as a living man. Well, actually, not even living, just a man is what he has to assert himself as in court, so that he can be heard. So that they will take into account his evidence. Otherwise, I fear the barrister will just simply shut him down. Because I've seen this so many times. The judge is simply corrupt. They will not allow even recordings in court. And the person I know that was effectively set up by the judge who ordered transcripts, the transcripts came back sort of 4 months later and everything the judge said had been redacted. It's absolutely outrageous. So I literally just got my fingers crossed. I hope they will at least contact me so we can actually tell him what to do so that he can actually be heard. And again, this is all about the largest court case in financial history, the cabal masquerading as COPA, the Crypto Open Patent Alliance, versus Bitcoin, which is Dr. Craig Wright, the inventor and creator of Bitcoin, on the 15th of January 2024. Stay tuned and we'll bring you more. And until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.